let's give ourselves some moments just to arrive. To feel that momentum slow down that served us in getting here. But now we can just start to let it go. Just witness your breath sliding in and out of your body. Attune yourself to the temperature this morning, whether you're in the shade or the sun or a combination of both. Imagine you could purposely dial your pores of your skin open, right? And just allow the fresh air or the warmth of your home to greet you. Soften your jaw a little bit more. And with as little effort as possible, just feel your torso aligned and stacked over your hips. Your facial muscles relax. Notice the presence of your hands wherever they are. Bring your awareness down to your feet. Just see what happens when you send your awareness to different parts of the body. Almost like a little light shines on them. And then let your eyes slowly float open. Just keep a relaxed gaze out in front of you, but a gaze that allows you to expand your periphery. And greeting the morning and these trees in this grove. I am really, really into trees. So we're arriving this morning outside among the trees, or maybe indoors looking out the window at a tree. And as we feel that ground beneath us and the space of the sky that we know is above, there is the quiet presence of the trees around us. Even listen to that delicate sound as the wind travels through and rustles the leaves. And as the trees breathe out, you breathe in. And as the trees breathe in, you're breathing out. So allow your breath to fall into this rhythm of exchange. Imagine yourself as part of this living conversation. The trees and your own body conversing in harmony. Ram Dass once said, when you go out into the woods, you allow everything to be. You appreciate the tree. I practice turning people into trees, which means appreciating them just the way they are. So as we begin our practice today, allow yourself the same gentle acceptance. No need to be other than you are. And remember this reflection. One does not walk into the forest and accuse the trees of being off center. So why do we judge ourselves that way? Just let go of all judgment that might have come in with you. Feel yourself rooted and balanced and present, like the trees. And just feel your body start to soften as you arrive. Let's bring the left hand over the heart and just give a little pause here with the head dropping forward. You're offering yourself like this really genuine good morning to all the parts of you. And add the right hand on top of the left. This is just the collective, right? We've got the individual with the first hand, and the second hand is the collective. Just this little bow of sweet gratitude for being together as fellow yoginis in the grove on a September morning. Life is good. We're going to let the hands fade down. We're going to do our spinal warm-up standing because it's actually easier to move your spine from a standing position rather than seated with the complexity of tight hips or low back conditions. You're going to widen out the feet, rock from one foot to the other. Lift your toes as you do so and sink your feet down like you're pressing your feet down into some nice warm mud that you would like to be in. Slow that rocking down and just feel your body at ease. A little soft bend to your knees. Your arms are relaxed by your side. And start to do a little bit of bouncing. So we're going to shake the toxins out of the joints. And we're going to just experiment with how loose we could possibly be. So loose that just enough effort is exerted to be upright. And maybe you notice which parts of the body seem to bounce most easily. You can say that we're among women. And then just notice if there's joints that start to bounce and release, like maybe your wrists are fairly loose and you can feel that flicking and shaking of the hands. You're just shaking off everything that came before now so we can be present. And that shaking up into the shoulders. Maybe you bounce into your heels, right? Just like that salad dressing that's been sitting around for a while. Give it a good shake. Get all those yummy ingredients mixed back in. We sit too long, we separate. And then pause, slow down. Just notice, remember it's a mind-body practice that we're involved in. So we're inviting mind and body to be in connection. And to warm up through the twisting action. Start to turn your torso side to side. And you can start with the motion being slight. Seeing that you're stacked with a sinking tailbone and a lifting crown. So you're just creating that long line, center line. And as you turn side to side, you could start to pick up the pace if you wanted. You can add some healing, cleansing breaths that come in through the nose and out through the mouth. And you can let your hands tap against your sides and your low back. Right, so we're activating energy pathways in the body. This is a great wake up. I do this every morning. Feel that tapping. Occasional exhales, melting tension from your body, from your jaw, from your face, from your mind. And as you tap up further, still remain focused on the way that your spine is twisting. Nice and loose. And that swinging of the arms just helps the spine twist a little more. Tapping up into the shoulders, upper chest. The head turns in a way that feels comfortable. And then tap your way down. You got tight spots, a little extra tap can help. Bring it all the way back down to around your waist. And then slow it down. Come back to standing, right? Relaxed mountain pose. Use slow breaths, just feel the aftermath of these movements. Sometimes what happens right after is just as important as what's happening during the movement. Then progressive side bending, lift your right ear up, lift your head fall to the left slightly. Come back to center and allow your head to drop to the right slightly. Keep rooted into your feet as you flow side to side. A little soft bend with your knees keeps your legs getting gently strengthened. And then you can start to let these side bends come over a little fuller. Maybe the shoulders kind of join in, the lean. Maybe you exhale when you drop a hand and come back to center, or maybe vice versa. Stay with it a little longer, and maybe the side bends feel like they start to reach down into the sides of your waist, and like the lower half of your spine. We're opening up the spinal joints on the sides. And then let's bring ourselves back to center. Again, just pause, relax mountain. Mind's eye is on the spine. The more youthful the spine is, they say the more robust the health. And then a standing cat and cow by bringing your hands up, your elbows are out by your side. Spread your fingers wider, wider, wider until you stretch your palm. Lean your tailbone back, your chest forward, lift your chin any amount. This will be the inhalation. Exhalation, squeeze your fists round your spine. Tuck, squeeze your elbows toward each other and elbows toward the pelvis. And then open back up. And inhale. Open, gentle back bending. Exhale, big nice squeeze. Come forward, tuck the abdomen in. And then move with a range and a pace that feels good for you. Standing cat and cow. Spinal cord breathing. Few purging exhales through an open mouth. If you're really interested in leaving your practice feeling lighter, freer. Definitely looser. It's that fraction of a moment when you're all the way open and full, and that fraction of a moment when you're closed, squeezed, and empty. A couple more times. Activating that deep breathing, abdominal breathing. Open up. Well, this time when we're squeezed together, stay folded. Ungrip your hands. Start to hang in a forward fold. Come as far forward as your body lets you. Walk your feet to be mat width apart. A hanging ragdoll. So if your hands don't quite touch the ground, you could just leave your arms draping and sweep your fingers side to side, almost like you're sweeping off your mat. Or if you come closer down and you want to cup your opposite elbows into ragdoll, go right ahead. And feel the rooting of your feet, the lifting of your hips, this nice long flow of your spine. Relax your shoulders. And give your head a little nod. Shift your weight from one foot to the other. Upper body sways to the left and to the right. Uncup your hands. Place your palms down on the mat. And we'll meet in tabletop. Yes. So park the knees widely. We'll come into a wide knee child's pose for a handful of breaths. You can drop to the knee, elbows, stack your hands, ease your knees, your hips towards your knees, and take very good care of your knees. That moment when the forehead really rests onto the hands could be a really nice where the breath sinks. You release the tension that might be restricting you from the pose. Any amount you allow your hips to sink towards your heels. Let your ribs, your chest, your armpits drop down toward the ground. You could rock your head a little left and right, like you're just rolling the front of your forehead across your hands, almost like a little mind eraser. Find our way from here back up into tabletop. And we're going to center the right leg, the right knee. Send the left foot back, curl the toes under, and then stay. Tip your nose to face down. Fresh press into your hands. And if you want to be on the fists, you could, or if you want to be on your elbows. With the nose pointing down, few half push-ups here. We've got the left leg really strong and active. The ball of the left foot is on the mat. And if you want to add a challenge, lift your left foot up and do these little half push-ups. Good. Nice. Next time your arms are long, bend that left knee, bring it towards your left shoulder. look to the left and circle that left knee around slowly. You can feel that you're using all your lower abdominal muscles. Definitely got some coordination going on here. Nice. And send that left foot back, point your left toes, lift your foot up, look forward slightly, bend the knee, round and tuck, and curl it in. Nose to knee. Inhale, send the foot back. Chest goes forward. Good, nice strong breaths here. Tabletop with a crunch. You're going through a cat and cow spine. When that foot goes back, that's the cow. When you round in, that's the cat. Excellent. Next time your left foot is back, bend the left knee, bring it to your left shoulder, and send your left foot out to the side. Put the foot flat down on the ground. Walk your way up. Extra padding on the right knee if you need it. And just take a moment to kind of calibrate your balance. And take a look at that left foot. See that the left toes are facing forwards. You really got quite a stretch on the outside of the left ankle. And then right from the right knee, straight up, draw a line all the way. Raise your hand overhead and complete that straight line from right knee to right hand. To left hand, right on the outer thigh. Give a pat. And then lean it over. So slow and steady, just in increments. We're going to stay. The tailbone's dropping down. The pelvis is drawing in a little bit. Lower abdomen in a little bit. And stay within this stretch, but you can turn your nose down toward your left thumb. And then open back up, tip your nose up any amount. So a few times like that. It's going to feel like you're closing the chest a little bit as you fold toward the leg. And inhale, open it back up however you can. A couple times. Exhale. Keeping the hips quite still. It's an upper body movement. Nice. Bring it on down. And next time we're up, we're going to pause. We're going to reach for one of those blocks. Going to put it outside the right knee. Feet 2 feet out and lean the right hand onto the block. And then take some moments and look. If you look at your left foot, your right knee and the block, that should be a straight line. Make sense? Let's take that left hand and we're going to swirl it around. Point it toward the ground, overhead, up, and around. So several times like that. You can feel that you're well supported with your right palm under your right shoulder. That strong right arm, swirling around, getting a chance to open left shoulder, but also we're opening the chest. We're pressing the pelvis slightly forward so we're not folded at the waist in any way. We're one nice, long, beautiful line. And the next time the left hand comes overhead, pause, push your left palm toward the sky and your right palm toward the earth. Excellent. Nice dynamic stretch between yin and yang. And point those left fingertips. Take the left hand beyond the top of your head. Potentially lift your left leg up for a few breaths. Side plank. Head goes back a little bit, opening the chest. A for effort. Put that left foot down, push off the block, bring your arms out into an airplane, and just pause here. Regain your balance. Good. Hands come down. Right back down to table. Bring that left knee on. And a few gentle cat and cows here. Rounding and arching. Connecting with the whole spine, every vertebrae. Your arms strengthening as you press into these wide open palms, knowing that you could step your hands a little forward if you wanted. That might be easier on your wrists. Good. And then once you lengthen out your spine, keep your nose pointed down. The weight is in the left knee. Slide your right leg back nice and long. You can have the ball of your right foot down and squeeze your right thigh muscle onto the bone. Little few half push-ups here. You can stay steady with that right foot grounded behind you, or you can Point your right toes and lift your right foot up and do your little half push-ups like that. Slow and steady and well supported with your breathing. Nice. And then next time you got long arms, bend that right knee, tuck it by your right shoulder, pause. Circle the right knee off to the right. Good. You can always drop to your elbows if you need to. Hi, Shireen. It's okay. Circling around. Nice. Stretch your right foot back behind you. Look back down at the mat. Bend your right knee. Tuck and squeeze it in. And flow back. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you. I sent somebody up to the parking lot to look for you. I'm so sorry. I think like an hour. That's right. Right down. Another squeeze in. And then next time you bring your right knee outside your right shoulder, you're gonna send the right foot out. You might need to like knock that block forward a little bit. You'll put your right foot down, all right? You might as well get that left block set up. And climb up onto your left knee. Stack your body. Just pause and breathe. You feel how those right toes are turned forward. The sole of your right foot is down. And a direct line from your left knee through your left hip, through your left shoulder, straight overhead. And lengthen, reaching up and dropping down. Right hand on the out thigh. Give it a little rub. And come on over into a side bend. Slow and steady. Imagine your ribs lifting up out of your hips as you come over. So you're not crumpling. Let your head fall comfortably towards your right shoulder. Nice. And then we're going to turn to look down toward the right hand. And then open back up. Look up any amount. We'll be on the out breath that we're turning toward the right leg, holding. On the in breath, we're opening up. Maybe tipping the gaze up. So twice more. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, open it up. Exhale. And one more time. Inhale, bring it up. Arms come out to a T. And just pause. Center yourself. You're going to tip over onto that left block. So the left block needs to be at least 2 feet. That's like 24 inches out to the side. Right. Lean your left palm onto it. Take your right arm up for a moment. Good. So pull your head back slightly. Ground down through your right foot. And we're just going to swirl this hand around. We'll take the right hand down, up, and around. Slowly enough that we're still keeping the body long in this side plank position. Not rushing the breath. We're feeling stable with the left palm directly under the left shoulder. One more swirl open. Just feel your right shoulder as fully mobile as it can be. This time, the right hand will stay overhead. Flex your right palm and press it toward the heavens. Left hand presses toward the earth and feel your chest opening in that expanse between heaven and earth. And relax your right hand. Point your right fingertips beyond the crown of your head and potentially lift your right leg up. Good. Breathe, stretch, do what you can. Good. Right foot goes back down, push off your left hand. See if you can land in that YT. Good. And then we're going to come forward onto the hands. Bring the right knee onto the mat as well. We're in table, flowing cat and cow movement, rounding, drawing the navel in on the out breath. Inhale, tipping your hips up. Glide your chest forward. And just find relaxation in this flow. With breath, movement, intention, we are really enhancing our life force, our health here. Back to neutral. I'm gonna have you drop down onto your left hip and slide your left knee to face the front left corner of your mat. Yeah. So we're sitting down on the left hip. We've got this kind of pinwheel shape with our legs. And then you could, if you feel like you're really tipped over just to make this pose happen, you can bring that block over, put it under your left hand, and that might help you sit up a little. Or take your right hand back and cup the front of your right ankle. You can draw your right ankle in any amount, your right heel towards your right hip. Slide your left hand right down onto the mat. We're just gonna play with a quad stretch here as we lean into the left hand. With your right arm, pull your right heel in, stretch and reach your right kneecap a little further away from your pelvis maybe. With a little bend in the left elbow, add turning towards your left hand. Let your nose point down towards your left thumb. If you'd like some half push-ups with your left arm here, a little pulsing, thinking about the triceps, shoulders, all the muscles of the arms of strengthening while you're maintaining that little quad stretch. Cool. Pause. Take that right foot around. Cross it over and put it right down on your blanket. And right in front is okay. If you can lean enough to get it hooked over the top of the left knee, give that a try. We're gonna take both hands around, put our hands down, arrange them like you were in tabletop. And then twist by drawing your navel in, turn your spine toward the left any amount, and let your head fall forward. The arms are strong and the hands are spread widely. We've got a deep rotation in the lower spine. We're pressing our right shoulder slightly forward and pulling our left shoulder slightly back. Maintaining the slow breath and just wagging your head side to side or a little circle, encouraging the jaw to relax. Nice, generous inhale through your nose, out through your mouth. Walk yourself back up and now slide your right shin in front of your left shin. So this is a simple seat. Sukhasana. Simple seat. Take that patting the buttocks to the sides a little bit. Nice. And we'll start to circle torso. The speed at which you move is part of the medicine of the practice. So slow enough that it takes all your attention to go this slowly. And this willingness to sink down into the hips and find any kind of liquid motion sense in the upper body. Just as soft and smooth the upper body as possible. You're drilling a well for your hips to sink right down into. Pause when you tip forward. See if it's possible for you to bring your hands forward down, or you can keep them on your knees and just lean forward. Let your head fall and give a little shake. Releasing tension from the neck. Sit yourself back up, nice and tall. Lean back onto your palms. Pause. Weights in the hands. Your elbows bend. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, which opens the chest. Move your pelvis forwards and in a little back bend. Float your chin up. Take a few breaths like there's a window in your chest. You're breathing in and out of that window. few moments of sky gazing. And then sink your chin down. Let your spine relax as you stack yourself back up. You're going to lean on the right hand. You're going to draw that left heel back and tuck the right heel in. Right, so we've got that pinwheel or that mermaid, deer legs, lots of names for this. Good. And the left hand's going to grab on the front side of the left ankle. So we're going to take that quad stretch. We've got this whole sequence to do on this side. So squeeze it in steadily until you find that good point where the knee feels safe, but the quadricep on the left is lengthening. Move that kneecap away from your left hip. That's all set. Now rotate your spine. Turn towards your right hand. Let your gaze fall on your right thumb. Little pulses with the right arm. Slow and steady, pushing into the whole hand, firming all the muscles onto the bones of your right arm. Notice you maintain the quad stretch. You've got the front of the left shoulder opening a little bit. Good. And the next time you come up, pause, see if you can bring that left foot around, cross it over. You might have to make little adjustments with where you place that right shin to make this happen. And if it doesn't happen, it's all right. Just invent something else. So if you're able to cross it over, do so. And then both hands come over, tabletop hand. Dial your ribs, your chest towards your thumb. And again, if you want pulsing, if you're interested in that upper body strengthening I'm offering you this morning, you can do a little more of that. Like little micro push-ups. Yourself completely to the practice this morning. Mind is invited to be right here with body. And then when you lengthen, and you prepare to look forward, you're going to unhook that left ankle and come into simple cross-legged seat or modifying for knee conditions, of course. So got right heel in, left shin in front, hands to the knees. Take a breath. Relax your hips and circle your torso to the right, forward, left. Notice how you're shifting weight between your two sitting bones and your tailbone, probably. This ability to lean your head and get that little bit of opener for the sides of the neck might be nice. Continually letting go of the tension from the neck and shoulders. Beautiful circular shape. Landing ourselves, leaning forward with the knees, hands either on the knees or hands in front, just depends on how your body is this morning. Head could fall. You can give the head a little shake if you want, a little sway side to side. And walking the hands all the way up, palms behind as before, lean back, feel well supported in your hands, bend the elbows a little bit, and as you press your chest forward, you're squeezing your shoulder blades together, lightly floating the chin up. Everything needs to feel good here. Ribs push forward, your sitting bones push down into the ground. Nice little back bend, heart opener, sky gazing. And then sink your chin down towards your chest. Take your left heel, send it out to the side. Take your right heel, send it out to the side, and sit yourself up in a straddle. For many of us, it is more pleasant to be in a straddle with a block behind each knee. So you could decide if you want to do that. Give a little rock so that your sitting bones feel like they're very, like your knuckles on the mat. That's how you want your sitting bones to feel. And connect your hands to your legs anywhere you'd like. Shrug your shoulders up by your ears on purpose. Squeeze. Breathe in. Breathe out. Drop your shoulders towards your hips. Feel your chest open and settle your hips on the ground. Take a smooth, easy breath. Let your legs unclench. Got a little grippiness going on. And then take this soft chest and lean it forward. So it could be a tiny lean, however much it takes for you to feel a stretch on the inseam of your legs as well as the back of your legs. And some of us, to get that same stretch, need to come further forward. So come forward as far as you need to. And let your head relax. So time plus breath plus a good stretch really can get you some results. So I really want you to feel, welcome this opening, all the places that are tight. Not to overlook the back body. The back body is opening up. There's a gentle roundedness to the spine. And if you take your mind's eye to the back of your heart, or that space of the spine between your shoulder blades, you breathe right in there. And then sink your awareness down to your low back, to your lumbar. Keep your inner vision resting on your low back. Take a nice deep breath in and out of your low back. As you walk your hands in, so you're partially upright, walk your hands towards your left leg, put one hand on either side of the left leg. Make it into a little twist by rotating your navel, ribs, and chest towards your left knee. Allow your nose to fall towards your left knee any amount, keeping your right hip settled right down toward the ground. If you haven't yet stretched your jaw open really wide, like it feels when you yawn, you could do that as a nice stretch for your jaw. And then bring the lips back together. Stay with your calm nasal breathing. And walk your hands across in front of you and over to the right leg. One hand on either side. Turn navel, ribs, chest toward right knee. Nose falls. Left hip relaxes down. We walk back to the center. Restack the spine. Tall, take a nice deep breath. Every moment of relaxation is like making a deposit in your energy account. Really good. Let's slide right leg forward and bend your right knee. Don't need the blocks right in this moment. Bend your left knee, sorry. Right leg long, bend your left knee, slide your heel in. Interlace your fingers, and remember, we're here to feel everything. So feel the sliding of your fingers. Cup the front of your left knee. Your right toes are pointing up. For now, let your pelvis tilt back, which creates a rounded, soft spine. Lightly float your elbows out and bow your left cheekbone towards your left kneecap. Then we'll do the opposite by pushing down into the seat, sitting up tall, moving the left chest toward the left knee. And we're going to flow like that several times. Elbows float out, we round, we lean back. We inhale, pushing into the ground, sitting up nice and tall. But again, exhale, lean it back, round, curl the pubic bone up toward the chin. Inhale, root down, sit up tall. Feel that inner line getting taller. One more time. Exhale, bring it back, lean back. Inhale, come on up, and pause in neutral. Shoulders. You're gonna take the left foot up and over and put it flat on the ground outside your right leg. See if that works. Good. And interlace again, sit up nice and tall, re-root down into your sitting bones. And keep your right hand cupped on your left knee. Take your left hand back behind you, a couple inches behind your tailbone. Push into your left fingertips or left palm. And begin a nice generous twist to the left. Inhale as you lengthen and open things up. Exhale as you rotate, twist and squeeze. So some of you will keep the hand here. Some of you might hook your right elbow around that left knee. That might be more comfortable. So stay with the twisting and breathing, bringing out. Notice how the breath fills all parts of the torso when you draw it in. Exhale out and feel how there's a little more possibility to be long and tall and rotated. Good. We're going to keep the leg formation, but we're going to rotate the spine through center. Come around with your right hand behind you. Lift your left arm up and over. Take your left palm, grab onto your left inner ankle. Sit up as tall as you can and rotate to the right. It's a very different experience when you're uncompressed, rotating around. Wrap that right shoulder blade back behind your spine and breathe into the open space of this twist. Nice. Face back forward. Lean back on your palms, unhook. Send your heels to the front corners of your mat. Take your hands wider with your fingertips pointing out and just bounce your legs. Swish, 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 swish. All right, let's do the other side, then we'll lay down. I'm gonna sit up nice and tall. Left leg is long, right knee bends. Interlace your fingers, cup the front of the right knee, slide that heel in, activate your left leg by pushing it down and your left toes lightly point upward. So as the elbows float out, we're going to round the spine, curling the right cheekbone toward the right kneecap, pulling the navel in. Breath leaves the body. Inhale, push down into the ground, sit up nice and tall. Move your right chest towards your right knee. Let's find that flow. Exhale, lean it back. Inhale, root and rise. Follow your own breath pattern, your own body's ability today. Make sure the movement feels beneficial for at least some parts of your body. It's always a good criteria. One more time to lean back. One more time to lift up and then just relax into neutral for a moment. Settle. Get ready to cross your right over your left. And we're going to cup the left hand on the right knee and take the right hand back behind us. So some of us will stay with the hand cupped. Some of us will take a wrap with the elbow. We're going to push into that back hand just to help us sit up tall. Nice squeeze. 5 deep breaths, rotating toward the right. And your hips invited down nice and low into the ground. Beautiful cleansing, bringing out, twisting, action. A little refresh for all the internal organs. Be a mind cleanse also. You breathe out and just let go of the clutter. Join the company of the trees. Begin to rotate to face back front. Take the left hand behind, right arm up and over, right palm grabs the inner right ankle just for a holding place. And then we're going to twist ourselves to the left. Roll that left shoulder around behind you, opening the chest. Take a few cleansing breaths here. Lovely. Let's face back and forward. Undo the legs. Slide those heels out to the front corners of the mat. Lean back, hands nice and wide. And as before, a little bounce or swoosh. Loose as you can be. Loose, loose, loose. Drop down onto one elbow and then the other. We're going to relax the nose and gaze upward. We're going to draw left knee in toward left chest. Our palms are down. Draw right knee in. And just for a moment, tip your shoulders towards your knees towards your shoulders. Firm your belly down. Keep your knees bent, but now drop your whole body down onto the mat so your head lands, your shoulders land. Roll your palms up for a moment. Knees are bent, your head's down, your palms are up. And then take the palms, place them on the front of your knees, and pulse your knees in towards your. And with these pulses, maybe you notice that you're lifting the tailbone slightly off the ground and then placing it back down. So little sacrum pumps here. And then pause, just a gentle hug in. One hand to each knee, or you can wrap your arms around your knees so your knees fall in the crooks of your elbows. Gently rock side to side. And just greet the reclining part of our practice. Appreciating the new view, looking upward. The way we're just rocking and rolling and stretching ourselves right down close to Mother Earth. We're going to convert this into a happy baby, keeping the knees really wide, but elevate your heels. Slide your hands up your outer shins. Grab as high as you can. For some people, it might be the ankles. For some people, it might be the feet. Good. And I like my hands on the outsides of my feet, but you can try however you'd like. And then rock slowly left and right. Massaging the back of your waistband right down into the ground. Allow your head, your skull to stay heavy down on the mat. A few more rocks side to side, really intending for this to be a tremendous groin and low back stretch. And then we're going to let go of the feet. We're going to bend the knees, place our feet down. We're going to set ourselves up for bridge pose. We're going to take our time. You can roll your palms to face up. Connect with each foot so your feet are really flat on the ground and your heels are in front of your sitting bones. So there's about one block width between your feet. Press your low back down into the mat. See how that tilts your pelvis up. Activate your glutes, and then lift or peel your hips off the mat. Hold them at mid-height. Adjust your footing the way you want it, and then go a little higher if you can. Lift your hips up. There might be some that want to take a bind. Palm to palm, interlace your fingers underneath your hips and lift a little higher. Root down. Feel that weight into your shoulders. Your skull is on the ground, or maybe you've got the support of a block under your skull. And stay for a handful of breaths. Imagine there's a block between your knees that you're holding there to keep your inner thighs active. Continue to press into your feet. Lift the pelvis. Open through the chest. Nice little stretch through the neck. Deep breaths. Pose when we're each ready. Slowly coming out and locating those two blocks. So you might need to use your feet like little monkeys, but I want you to get both your blocks, one in each hand. And as you push into your feet, lift your hips, slide those blocks underneath so there's one for each buttocks. And rest your hips down on the blocks. They're at their lowest height. side by side, forming a square. And take a moment to really settle the whole weight of your pelvis and hips right on the blocks. Take a nice, smooth, easy, relaxed breath here. Excellent. You can take your arms any amount away from the body onto the ground, wherever you'd like. And if you're up for a supported shoulder stand, bring your left knee in first. Add your right knee in over your chest. Make sure the block is where you want it. And then float your feet up toward the sky. Relax the soles of your feet, facing the clouds. Welcome that sinking of your body's weight down onto the blocks. Feel your hips nice and heavy. You can allow your feet to do a little drifting. I like to drift my toes toward the top of my head a little bit and open the lower back more deeply. So some of you might like that. Some of you might like to float out into a straddle. Use minimal effort. If you're in a straddle, you could lay your hands on the inseam of the legs, give a little rub or a pat, encouraging that straddle to deepen, and slowly pointing and flexing your ankles so you get really nice stretch on the inseam of the legs. Your chest and your head very settled right down on the ground. And when your feet become still, slide your hands to the outside of your legs. Close your legs together like you're closing a book. Bend at the knees. Drop your feet onto the ground. Take a moment to pause here. You're in a supported bridge pose. Roll your palms up. Relax your chest open to the sky. Option, if you would like, draw your right knee in, put your hands behind your right knee crease, interlace the fingers, and just allow the right knee to fall toward your right chest. Your elbows are resting down by your ribs. Slide your left leg long and take a couple of moments drawing the right knee in and encouraging the left thigh downward. Stretch here on our backs. Front of the left hip opening. Nice radiant in breaths and relaxing out breaths. Rebend your left knee, put your left foot on the mat. As you let go of your right knee, your right foot falls to the ground. And left knee comes in. Hands slide behind the left knee crease, interlacing the fingers. Elbows relaxed by your ribs. Left knee in. Right leg lengthened if you'd like. Slide that right heel along the ground. Take some breaths here, stretching the front of the right hip. For those that are up for it, both legs stretching long. Make sure your low back is okay with it. Lengthen out both legs. Then you could take both arms overhead with an equal reach in length out through the fingertips and out through your toes. And then soften down. Smooth out your breathing. Make sure your jaw is relaxed. I've got my arms down, resting on the earth. So if your body lets you do that, enjoy those overhead arms at ease. Take a breath or two here. Slide one foot at a time into a bent knee position, feet down on the mat. As you bring your arms by your side, press your hips up, pull those blocks out, rest them out to the sides. You're all done with that. Ease your body right down onto the mat. Take a moment to feel your spine level and rounded. Spinal twist and then Shavasana. You're going to draw the knees in toward the chest. Your arms can be out in the T. Take these folded legs and drop them all the way over to the right. If your left shoulder pops off the ground, consider taking that block that's off to your right and place it on the ground and rest your outer right calf on the block and stack your left leg on top of your right. So sometimes that makes it so you can have the left shoulder drop down a little more, and you can gently turn your head toward the left if you want. Allow your feet to get really soft and the legs to feel very heavy over to the side. Maybe it's comfortable for you to have your right elbow on the mat and your right palm resting on that top outer left knee to guide the knees down slightly. Feel that your neck is long, your chin's not sticking way up in the air. Just neutral, long neck, possibly with that rotation. And as the spine relaxes, inviting the left shoulder to sink down. Smooth breaths in and out through your nose, filling up your belly, your ribs, and your chest. Nice long emptying out. To the other side, leading with the left knee. Come back out of the twist, pause right in the center, and prepare for the other side. So use the block to the right, use one to the left, drop those bent legs to the left. That block supporting your outer left calf, allowing your knees to stack and your feet to stack. Right? Melting that outer left hip to the ground. Maybe your left hand helps support the dropping down of the legs. Soften your right shoulder down. Good. You can consider tucking your kneecaps up toward your left underarm a little more if that makes the twist more comfortable for you. Good. Sink down. Stay present to your breathing. Final deep breath here. And as we come out of the twist, we're going to set ourselves up for Shavasana. A nice long stretch, taking up as much space here in the grove as you'd like. Maybe your heels are mat width apart. Maybe you put your blocks behind your knees. Find a way to get your arms extended, long, and comfortable. And creating length is the first point of interest here. So creating nice, long, expansive feeling body. Support under the head if you need it with a block or just a rolled blanket or towel. And just feel everything unhinge as your jaw unhinges, just everything loosens, drops, opens up. Just consider the embrace of the earth holding you through the force of gravity. The breath becomes natural. And so you are once again just noticing that natural exchange that we're in with the trees and all the plants, breathing in what they offer, exhaling some of what they need. Feel this overall sinking down and down and down. Beautifully centered and relaxed, feeling the weight of your head on the earth. The reading from the Tao Te Ching, some ancient wisdom. Here is where your love is born. Let your shoulders drop and your eyes close. Soften your muscles and remember the flexibility you had as a child. Naturally breathing deeply, busy thoughts fading away. There is a place of stillness and quiet underneath your thoughts. Here is where your love was born. Some call it meditation, some call it relaxation, some call it prayer. Whatever you call it, do it. It is the center from which the rest of your life emerges. And without it, all of life is just a carefully acted play. So relaxing to that place of stillness and quiet underneath the thoughts. Allow your eyes to float open and take in what you see above you. Just have that beginner's mind as though it's the first time you've ever looked at the sky, the first time you've ever really looked at leaves at home, the first time you've ever really looked at something in your environment. Then you can start to take the breath in a little deeper. However, some of you might want to remain longer in relaxation, so that would be perfectly fine. If you've got time for that, you can just lay in meditation. But for those that need to move on. The breath circulates more deeply again. Even just kind of test the waters. How deep of a breath can you take comfortably? Is your lung capacity expanded once again? Feeling of interior spaciousness, enough room for everything. And then each of us in our own timing can bring little bits of movement. You might start with the fingers and toes. Wrists and ankles could roll or rock. Maybe a long body stretch where you can feel the extension of your limbs, right? Kind of just a long, supple quality to your body. Little hug in with the knees toward the chest, sinking of the low back down. Rocking over onto one side and then up to your seat. Sitting in a way that feels comfortable, like the final pose of the class. Join me in gathering the left palm over the heart. A little bow and spending some moments in the energy of gratitude. Gratitude softens our edges. It aligns us with the source of all things. It really sets the tone for the day. Grateful for this practice, in this space, in this time. And as we gather the right hand on top of the left in this beautiful sacred pause, maybe you want to set an intention for the rest of your day. How might you carry some of the elements of your yoga practice into the way that you move through the world? Maybe you pause more often. Maybe you breathe more deeply. Maybe you give a little more generously because your tank is full. And then we'll take the arms out to the side and just get ready for a nice inhale together, gathering in, receiving the gifts of the morning. Exhale, slide down, blessing the mind as you pass all the way to the heart with the hands. A little bow forward. I send each one of you wishes for peace, health, and happiness now and always. Namaste.